Hello. Welcome back to my very cursed playthrough of 8-sided squares Would You Rather mod, where every couple of minutes we get a would you rather prompt to ask us would we rather one option or the other. And I'm trying to live and get to the end and beat the game. And as you can see, right now we are tiny and we have a whole bunch of positive and negative traits going for us. The last one we did right at the end of last video is that we did get an elytra, but every time we jump, we lose our armor. So that's why we currently don't have any armor on. But I think we don't really need our armor as long as we just don't get hurt ever. And that's obviously the easiest thing ever to do in the nether. I don't have fall damage. I'm immune to lava, fire damage of any kind. So all I really have to look out for is enemies. But I think we should be okay. Now, we have come quite a long way. I think currently our biggest nerf we have right now is the fact that we have random block breakage on, which means that if we break a block, anything drops from it, and usually not the block that we need. It has been modified a little bit, I believe, so we can't really get like anything too useful from it. I haven't seen any like ender pearls or eyes of ender drop, but we don't get what we're looking for, which is sometimes just a little bit annoying. So other than that, I think we are kind of okay. A lot of our buffs are kind of positive. And so our next quest on this goal to beat the game is to find a fortress. Because if we find a fortress, then we can get the blaze rods we need, and then we can go back to our portal to bring us home. And near the portal to our home, we have a blue forest, which gives us ender pearls. Be invisible, nearby zombies become babies, get diamonds from all ores, I teleport to the overworld. Being invisible sounds kind of fun. How often am I gonna see zombies? I'm in the nether and then I'm in the end. Yeah, let's do that one. Because being invisible means mobs will not aggro on us unless we first attack them, I assume. Or maybe they won't even attack us after we attack them. I'm not really sure how it works, but we'll see. Let's see. We are very, very speedy. We're also tiny, so that means we look like we're going even faster than we are. It is quite disorientating. But in the grand scheme of things and all of the buffs and downsides? What's the opposite of a buff? All of the buffs and nerfs, I guess, that we could get. This really is not the worst, so I think we'll make do. What will we get? What is that? It's sandstone. A little bit of wood there. But hopefully now that we are invisible, we get ourselves a fortress really quickly. Maybe this is what I was waiting for, you know? The game was waiting for me to be invisible before it was going to give me the fortress. Another blue forest. Hopefully I haven't just pathfinded back to my house. I've also realized that I don't actually know where my house is because I typed those coordinates in a different video. But I can go and look for it. Once we have to head back home, I suppose. Which is not just yet. I'm just trying to figure out where a fortress would probably be. For a second I was like, I'm gonna fall on the land and die rather than hit the lava, but I realized I also just have no fall damage. So really I would have been fine. Ooh, Enderman can pick us up, so we do have to be a little bit more careful around Enderman. But I'm invisible, so what are they gonna pick up? I wonder if being invisible might mean that I can't look Enderman in the eye anymore. That would actually be a little bit sad. That was a great way of farming Enderman. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh, let's eat, of course. From our unlimited bacon. Oh, let's maybe not place my torches. Torches are important to us. Oh, wait, yeah, obviously that doesn't work. Because if I'm ever in complete darkness, I am in adventure mode. which is less than ideal when you're trying to, you know, fight mobs, break blocks. You'd rather just, you know, not be in adventure mode. Okay, still no real fortresses, but surely, like, somewhere in this lava pool we'll find them. That would be awesome. Let's just throw a couple things away. Surely across this horizon we shall see a fortress. But honestly, it's not so bad out here. The Nether is usually one of my worst nightmares. It's terrifying, awful. I die a lot, all the time. I'm usually on fire, screaming, crying, you know? But today, it feels kind of calm. That could be a pillar for a fortress. I think it might just be lava though. Yeah, I think that's lava. Unfortunate. Surely we'll find one soon. We have almost reached land, but here's the next would you rather. Take no explosive damage, but nearby rabbits become bloodthirsty. How many rabbits are we gonna see? Be able to milk any creature, but my crosshair is offset. This would absolutely tilt me. And no explosion damage sounds kind of awesome. We're just gonna have to hope that, like the zombies, we also don't really see a whole lot of rabbits out here on our adventures. And that I reach the surface again at some point. There we go. I was trying to get onto land, but I guess we've already moved on. I guess I'm just gonna keep swimming. Hopefully soon we find something exciting. Okay. We always have Frostwalker, but we can't open fence gates. This is kind of a neutral option. Shear sheep without them losing their wool, or get nauseous near fish. This one is a little bit annoying, but I think it's a good benefit if we want to maybe use beds in the end. So I think we'll go for that one. And we'll just have to be a little bit nauseous when we see fish. And update, I guess. Still haven't found a fortress. I've just been like jumping around from different island to island, swimming through different lava pools. So far, no fortress, but don't worry. I'll keep my eyes peeled and report back either when I find something interesting or when we get the next would you rather prompt. And I do hope we find the fortress first. That would be quite awesome. Quite awesome indeed. Who would have thought another would you rather before I got anywhere useful? Be able to milk any creature. I can no longer use crafting tables. Finally I have use for fletching tables. You release an explosion. I'll have to release an explosion. We are just in the middle of a lava pool. But I figure I would probably need to use a crafting table again at some point. So I didn't want to lose that option. You know, I feel like I've seen a lot of the Nether. But so far, no fortress. No fortress, no bastion. Nothing useful. But it's the only path forward I know, so I think we're gonna have to find a fortress, whether it takes all day or all year. We're just gonna have to keep trying. Alright, we got another would you rather. Use eggs as ender pearls, bed always explode, be able to milk any creatures. My key movement keys are inverted. We're gonna have to use this one. Because if my keys become inverted, I feel like I probably will not be able to play the game without me inverting my keys in the controls, which I feel like is a little bit cheating. I guess we are wanting to use beds as explosives. It's kind of going to be sad we won't be able to set our spawn anywhere. But other than that, it should be okay. I'm currently trying to mine up to just a little bit of a higher level, hoping that if I get onto more, you know, stable ground, I'm able to become a little bit better at finding anything around us. And hopefully finding a fortress. But it's taking a while, that's for sure. Taking a while for sure. Have a Frostwalker, but GUI buttons become shaky. Have my inventory get smelted, but I teleport to World Height. World Height honestly doesn't hurt me right now. Except I didn't think this through. World Height does hurt me right now. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. I assumed World Hide would be, you know, under the bedrock layer. This is not good. This is not good. This is awful, terrible. What do I lose right now? A lot of gold. A couple of ender pearls. Nothing crazy though. Yeah, I think we've got no option right now other than to starve ourselves to death. It'll be a brutal way to go, but it's the only option. Also, smelting everything in our inventory also made our, like, pickaxes smelt and our wood, which isn't great. So we'll keep that in mind. You know, we gave it a real good try. Unfortunately, I did not find a fortress in all of my traveling around. Nothing, which is unfortunate. Let me see if I could, like, I don't know, teleport through the floor. Actually, this is good. This guy can help us go to our death. And then we are simply going to have to try again. There's nothing for us to do but keep trying. Now we have lost our unlimited bacon, so we're gonna have to farm for food. But other than that, I think we're okay. We do need a little bit more torches, mainly because we cannot build anything if we don't have torches. If we don't have light, we are blind. But other than that, we're just gonna have to hope we will survive everything. I'm just putting all of this in my inventory, so in case we get one of the upgrades in a couple minutes, that allows us to have infinite anything. There we go. The food we're gonna have to cook. I can't use the bed because it'll explode, so we're gonna have to try and find some animals right now. Except I can't because I'm gonna be in adventure mode, aren't I? Do I still have that actually? You know what? I think for today we pretty much have just lost. We kind of have to restart. Let's go over where we are right now. We are short. We can shear sheep without them losing their wool. Enderman can pick us up. Block drops become randomized. Nearby zombies become babies. But shield blocks damages from all directions. We get a positive potion effect every time we toot a goat horn. I take no explosive damage. I move faster and I'm able to eat leather. I always fish treasure. I no longer have any animations and my health bar is hidden, but I get healed when touching cactus and take no fire damage. Frogs will try to eat me. I have the MVP rank and I take no fall damage. Placing blocks does deplete the items twice as fast. I sink boats and my armor falls off when I jump. I no longer lose durability on my tools and armor, I do believe as well, but beds always explode. I'm invisible and I can walk through cobwebs with ease, but Vine Boom, I evaporate water on myself twice. I set to adventure mode when in complete darkness and nearby leaves turn into creepers, but creepers explode into a flurry of flowers, so I don't actually have to worry about that. I finally have a use for fletching tables, nearby rabbits become bloodthirsty, and I can use eggs as ender pearls, but I do get nauseous near fish. I think first order of business might be for us to try and find some food and some type of village, maybe. Get all advancements UI becomes shaky. Bone wheel the ground when I sneak, but the chunk I'm in is removed. Well, good news. The game's gonna choose out of those options for me. It was a little bit too dangerous for me to pick anything there because of all the stuff in my inventory. I would have, like, if I had... Oh, my goodness. That's still terrifying. If I would have picked that the chunk beneath me got deleted, like, I would have lost all the stuff in my inventory. But now that the game is going to choose for me, I'm able to kind of put this away. Right? Let me just walk in a direction, and then when the game picks for me, if the chunk gets deleted, it's okay. I'll try and maybe kill a spider or two. I think that could be fun. Because I'd love to get some string so I could try and fish, because it did say all I fish would be treasure. And I think that could be powerful. But I don't actually know. Oh my goodness. Right now, if I'm able to actually complete this challenge at all. I was feeling really rather good until I started... Oh, nice, a diamond. Until I couldn't find a fortress. And now that I've had to essentially reset for the who knows how many times, I don't know if we'll be able to do this. I think we're gonna keep trying. But I don't really know if we stand much of a chance right now. As much as I wish we did, of course. Let's get out of the chunk. We might just have to restart this challenge once more. Just another reset. But I believe. And that is also important. There we go. We can have a little Steve head. That's exactly what I was looking for. Beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna wait for the game to pick whatever option it picks. We're somewhere near water. And then from there, we'll see what we get up to. I'm definitely gonna give it one more shot. But I think without our infinite food, this just became a whole lot more difficult. Unfortunately. But, you know, sometimes you have to give up temporarily and then start again. So if that's the way it has to go, that's the way it has to go. That was a loud explosion. But yeah, hopefully we can try one more time. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Everything is gonna explode right now. The creepers are meant to explode into flowers, guys. Okay, they do. I was worried there for a second. I don't know. I think it might be GG. I think I don't think we're recovering from this. But surely the third time I try this, everything will work. Surely if I give it one more shot, everything will be epic and awesome. But I think I'm gonna call it quits here. Maybe it's salvageable, I don't know. Let me know if you think this run is salvageable, but I don't think it is. So I'm going to sleep on it and decide if I want to come back to this one or to a brand new world. But the GI is shaky. And that is absolutely infuriating. But I do have all the achievements now, so I guess there's that. There we go. But, whoa. Yeah, I fear it's just not meant to be. But hey, all achievements done. That's exciting, that's exciting. This cow is very interested in pushing me around. But I really did enjoy this run. I think we learned a lot from our first run, which we were able to improve on our second run. So surely, if we do a third run, that will be the one time we finally succeed. But let me know if you have any tips from my next run. If you think this run is salvageable, also definitely let me know. Hopefully you did enjoy the video. If you did, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe. I do always appreciate your support. And hopefully I'll see you again very soon. In this world or the next. Alright, have a good one. Bye bye!